Good evening, everyone, and good evening from Children of the Setting Sun Productions. This is One from the Heart. Welcome to the show. We have a great group tonight. First off, my name is Jay Julius. I am from the Lummi Nation. Want to welcome everybody and thank the guests for being on. Anna Finkbonner, Jake Locker. And first, we're going to start with an opening song from Lawrence Bailey. Lawrence, you're on. Thank you.
Oh, take this time to thank our brother Hate the Luck and his uncle Daryl for asking us to come do this. I brought my two sons and my nephew. It's going to help out, and we're going to share this opening song with you tonight. Thank you for asking us to come do this and opening your convo tonight, and thank my two sons and my nephew, and we turn it back over to you, to Jay Julius. Thank you.
Aishka, Lawrence, to you and your family there. Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Again, want to welcome everybody and thank you for taking some time out of your day to hear some thoughts, hear some positive thoughts during these times of uncertainty, staying at home. I want to welcome Anna Finkbonner, Jerome Toby, Jake Locker, Mark Nichols, Daryl Hilaire. Thank you all, Lawrence and your family. Thank you guys for being on the show tonight. We had a conversation last week and going through these challenges we are facing right now. People at home and not really sure what to do. And Daryl had an idea. Let's bring some coaches and some athletes and some trainers onto the show to give some thoughts and ideas around what you're doing. What you're doing with your family, what you're doing for exercise to stay healthy during these times, the importance of exercise during challenging times, and letting some steam off, whether it's running or working out or working in the yard, whatever it may be. And from that conversation tonight, we have some special guests, some great guests with Anna Finkbonner, Coach Jerome Toby, Coach Locker, Jake Locker. And again, just want to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight, taking some time out to share some thoughts, share hope. And first of all, I want to introduce Anna Finkbonner. Anna, thank you for joining us tonight, and just wanted to turn it over to you on any thoughts on how you and your family are handling this, and some thoughts around staying healthy and providing hope through these times. And thank you for joining us, Anna.
Yes, well, I'm happy to be here, and I just wanted to thank you guys for thinking of me in just this a little amount of time to share just a little bit as far as the fitness center and also what I'm doing. And I just took some time today to really think about what I wanted to address, and I'm just really grateful for you guys to think about me in that way. So it's been a huge change. Doing a lot of things from home. If you guys are not aware, I'm the fitness center manager here in Lummi. So we've recently closed and transitioned into a hospital. I actually went there for the first time a few days ago, and very, very different. And that just set in the reality of how things are going right now, and really just having to take a few steps back and thinking about how I can help influence the community to stay active because the facility isn't available. And so with that being said, it's really made me refocus on how I can do that. And so I've taken the last few weeks just to establish my own well-being first and foremost, because I really understand that in order to take care of others, I also have to take care of myself. It's been a huge change. The social distancing, being away from family and friends, that's been really hard. And I'll just put that out there right now, but I'm kind of just taking things day by day and trying to stick to a good routine as far as my family goes here at home, and making sure that we're getting our rest, and then reaching out to people when I need. So those are pretty much the three things that I'm staying in tune with, is staying on routine, rest, and reaching out. And so for me, it's focusing on the things I can do versus the things I can't. That's been probably my main focus, because if you stay in that mindset and thinking positively, then you become more motivated to take care of yourself and the things around you and things that you need to. And so I just try to remain positive and think about the bigger picture and think about things being temporary, that this is just a small amount of time in our lives, and just, like I said, taking it day by day. And so another thing too that I wanted to address tonight is, with the fitness center being closed, I've been brainstorming, me and my staff, on how to keep the community involved, how to keep the community moving and still working out. And so that's really more so what I want to bring to the table tonight, is the opportunities that we're working with to provide for the community. So the first one, if you are not following our Facebook page, Lummi Fitness Center, we have some workouts posted there for people. Day by day. I understand that people's definition of a workout is so different person to person, but the biggest thing is moving. And so we try to tackle the different types of workouts for people, whether that's yoga or HIIT or strength training, but things you're able to do from home. And we also are a partner with Les Mills. That's been in the works for the last few months. And if you don't know what Les Mills is, it's a group fitness programming. Jake might be or is familiar with this already, but it's a really great program, and they understand what their partners are going through as well with gyms being closed. So they provided an opportunity for gyms or their partners to still allow their members to work out. So if you would like access to that and you're a member of our fitness center, we would gladly give that to you. I think there's like 95 different types of workouts available that you can just do at home. And so that's been a really, really big thing for us. And then last is working in the works. We're hoping within the next week and a half to have Zoom classes available. So we're working on a schedule. We have some yoga. We'll have some workouts that you can do from home without needing any equipment. Myself included. I just don't have that available here. But also creating that community with people for those who really like to work out with others and have that encouragement that way. And then outdoors. As far as people working out outdoors, I've taken some time to run a little bit more than I'm used to, but just encouraging people that do work out to continue to practice that social distancing and just be safe while you're out there. I know sometimes those small reminders can make a big difference, and so that's really what we have going on at the fitness center. And just there's so many positive things for you when you just keep your body moving. And so I want to take this time to encourage the community, to encourage our youth, to encourage our elders and everyone in between, just to keep your body moving. I mean, there's so many things that you'll start feeling better. It's going to keep your your muscles and your organs and bones. It's going to keep all that strength up. And so those are just a few of the things that I had written down that I wanted to address tonight. So but if you guys want access to anything, or if you guys have any questions, you can just get a hold of us on the fitness center page, and we'll be more than willing to help you guys stay fit and stay active.
Awesome.
So.
Great, Anna. Thank you. We appreciate you, and we appreciate the advice and sharing with us what you're doing to stay active and your family. And we really appreciate that. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us tonight, and stay healthy and be careful out there, Haishka. Next, like to have a conversation with Coach Toby Jerome. Kind of the same thing, Jerome. How are you handling this, and what are you doing to stay active? And for the youth listening, does NBA on PlayStation or Tiger Woods golf on PlayStation count as exercise, or do you have some other recommendations as a coach?
Well, first off, thank you for inviting me on to your guys' podcast tonight. Hey, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's family's safe. It's good to see everybody. Jay, Daryl, appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Well, as far as hoops, there's, nothing really on TV right now. So that's, there's a lot of reruns right now. I mean, NBA TV, I'm a big subscriber to that. So a lot of old school stuff, Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing. So for me, as a basketball fan, it's been good, watching those kind of reruns, and everything brings me back to being young. So, but, family's good. It's the one good thing about this. You spend a lot of time with your loved ones. Kids are at home, kids are safe. So that's good to spend a lot of time with them, because being a basketball coach, they pay the price for me committing to my team, my players throughout the season, the off season. So it's been good to catch up with my family, because they sacrifice a lot, and I'm very thankful for that. as far as me staying busy, you know, my wife, she's kind of got me doing some workouts with her, some yoga. So it's been interesting. She's got this app that she's been doing and kind of got me into doing it, working some muscles. As a 40-year-old man, you kind of lose those, but it's been fun. It's been some time that we get to spend together. So it's been nothing but good times working out in our living room. I encourage you, all those young fans, parents, dads out there. We all get those dad bods. So if you want to spend some time with your significant other, do some of those workouts, because they kind of liven up some of those muscles that we don't use that much anymore. So, but
Any advice to the youth as far as now I know it's challenging to really get motivated when you have this no school, and it's easy to sit back and as Daryl stated earlier, we can't sit at home and eat Cheetos and Doritos and drink pop, and what are some recommendations on goal setting, simple goals for the youth each day?
Well, just kind of echoing what Anna said, get up, be active. It's an opportunity to get, keep your social distancing, but, the weather's been turning, it's been good to us lately. So getting up, being outside, being active. For those kids that got the hoop, in their front yard, their backyard, get out and just, enjoy the game. For me, this is the part of the year I kind of step back, because, me and the Blackhawks, we just finished a 4-month grind of seeing each other 6 days a week, practicing, film sessions, weights. So this is the time for just, enjoy the game, get out, shoot around, have fun with it, make up, those scenarios, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, where you just get to enjoy the game. And as far as goal setting, I think just, use your imagination, get out, work on your ball handling, work on your free throw shooting, just, any small fundamental parts of the game. Those are huge. And I just encourage all youth out there, just, this time of year, school ball is over. So a lot of kids this time of year just enjoying the native basketball tournaments. Unfortunately, those aren't able to go on, but just get out with your brothers, your sisters, your dads, enjoy that competition, with your family, because, me as a, coming from a large family, when I was able to compete against my older uncles, who I always admired, that built a lot of confidence into me, is just playing with those older people. And to me, I think it's just get out and enjoy the game right now. Play in the backyard, the front yard, wherever it is, as long as you're playing, enjoying the game.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing some advice. I'm taken back to childhood at Grandma and Grandpa's. And you mentioned that, Jerome, and a few years ago I went upstairs at Grandma and Grandpa's house, and this basketball hoop that I drew above the door jamb was still up there, and I used a Sharpie to draw it.
Right.
We got creative when we were kids, and one elder shared with me the other day, said one thing we were told when we were kids is don't go to sleep without a plan for tomorrow, because if you don't have a plan for tomorrow, then you're going to wake up and not know what to do. And that was such good advice I heard and was reminded of just a few days ago from an elder, that it's important for us to teach our kids to go to sleep with a plan for tomorrow, even during these times, whether it's working out, budgeting your time, getting creative. I shared on the last show a couple of days ago that my grandma would always make us go outside into the yard, make forts, just be creative. And I hope we're seeing that now. So thank you again, Coach, for being on, and appreciate the words and giving us an update on how you and the family are doing. Hi, Shka. Our next guest is a friend, Jake Locker. He owns the Locker Room up in Ferndale. Jake, as I stated earlier, here at Setting Sun Productions, Daryl wanted to hear from some coaches, from some athletes, and really not just the youth, but everybody, some words of encouragement during these times. How are you and the family doing? What are you doing to stay active and fill your day with good things during these times of uncertainty? And we really appreciate you being on the show. So thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I'm grateful for the opportunity. And, it's me, I'm an extrovert. I enjoy human contact, human interaction. So this is really difficult for me. So in a small way, this fills up my bucket. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity just to, see and interact with other people. So thank you for that. And, always grateful to have the opportunity to learn from other people as well. So thanks for asking me to be a part of it. For me, I enjoy the challenge of physical fitness. So it's something that I've always enjoyed. I've always liked playing. I think you guys touched on it a little bit, but sport was always fun for me. And so it didn't have to be an organized game. Actually, I probably preferred it that it wasn't. I'd love to go in the side yard, the backyard, the front yard, and make up rules, make up goals, make up whatever you could, a spin-off of a game or combine two different types of games, and just a way to make it fun. I can remember taking an old soccer net and turning it around backwards and then playing wiffle ball. And if you could get the ball to land inside of the soccer net, anywhere inside of the soccer net, it was a strike. So you had to swing at pretty much everything, Mm. And we'd tape up a wiffle ball so you could throw the best curve balls and do all that stuff. And so, I think you have so many things that, don't require a whole lot to be able to be creative and have fun. And you can spend hours playing that and run around on the bases. And I think that's a way to get out and get active where you're not, you don't even really realize it because you're having so much fun playing a game. I'd encourage that, especially for, the younger kids that are, grab your siblings and go play a game. For us, I'm kind of with Anna. I've started running. I've never been a runner in my life. I've always been just required to do short spurts of high energy. And so I like sprinting much more than I liked running. So I've started running, and man, my body feels different than it ever has after running long distances. I was like, man, what's going on with my calf? My quad's really killing me. I was like, what's happening here? I feel really old after running. So, but that's been one thing that I've actually really enjoyed, especially with the weather the way it is. To put on some music that you really enjoy, or I like listening to sermons while I run. Something that helps me. I think about it, so it doesn't make me think about how tired I am and how much my feet hurt. So that's a good thing. For us, it's my wife and I have been trying to work out together and be consistent in that. And then for me, in a similar boat to Anna, we were closed down actually a week before they told us that we had to be at home. And so we've been shut down for almost 4 weeks now, I guess. And so it seems like a long time. And so that's a lot of free time now that isn't normally a part of your schedule. And so for me, you kind of hit on it, and I think the term uncertain, there's one certain thing in my life, and it's the gospel. And I found myself spending a lot more time in God's word and leaning heavily on the truths that I find in there, because they're never changing. They're always consistent, and they provide, it's awesome. I mean, I think it's awesome that we're getting to do this on Good Friday. We got Easter Sunday coming, and just today to really consider and think about how loved, how valued, how appreciated we are as children of God. And we see that in what we celebrate today, that the creator of the universe humbled himself to become human, and die the death that we rightfully deserve, so that we may find salvation eternally with our Father in heaven. And I think that, to be really honest, it's something that I can't fully even wrap my head around, a love like that. So for me, in uncertain times, I find a ton of security, because we still serve a very certain God, and his promise hasn't changed. And, you know, he's still right here. And what happens, you know, what happened today and what happens on Sunday still holds the same power that it did 4 months ago. And I hold tightly to that.
Awesome. What book are you reading right now?
I actually was reading through Isaiah. So Isaiah 53, you know, the prophet Isaiah, even before Jesus was born, you know, basically tells us about how he will suffer and how he will die, and then how his Father will exalt him and glorify him for our salvation. And you know, I really challenged myself this year to try to the week leading up to and today and tomorrow, really all the way till Sunday, to really spend time considering the depths of despair that Jesus had to go through so that I may have life, and may have it more abundantly. And I think too often I jump to Sunday and celebrate the resurrection and the gift that I received without fully appreciating the gift of what Christ did on the cross before he ever was resurrected. And so, yeah, I think kind of found myself today reading and praying through Isaiah 53, and finding a ton of gratitude in a love that, to be honest, I'm not really good at loving consistently in that way. And so it encourages me to love differently. It encourages me to make it an action and not a reaction. That's a choice, and we have that choice each and every day. And as a follower of his, that's the choice that he encourages us to make time and time again. So
awesome. That's great to hear. Awesome. So right now, there's seniors who are facing something that probably none of us watching, none of the guests here, thankfully didn't have to go through, but those athletes and those seniors, whether it's sports or band or you know, there's some anxiety going on with these youth, and I don't know if we fully acknowledge or understand what it is they're going through. But can you talk a little bit about you know, what are your thoughts around that? You know, potential scholarships with baseball, basketball, football, whatever the case may be. Have you, either any of you coaches or Anna, thought about that, and some encouragement to, you know, whether it's writing coaches or continuing to pursue that? Any advice for, I know you guys played college sports, but any advice around that for seniors or even juniors who are missing a full season of sports and different activities through this time?
yeah, I mean, I would encourage them to find this as an opportunity. There's maybe not some distractions that you would have had before, and it's an opportunity to continue to kind of hone your craft. So there's a ton of things you can do by yourself that I think this opportunity lends itself to, that where you can really focus on whatever that specific skill for you to excel at the sport that you really love playing, or you might have an opportunity to play beyond high school in. You know, there's been time freed up in your day to commit to working on some of those things, and that would be my encouragement, that you don't have, as much as I don't have, none of us have control over really how this thing plays out and when you would get to compete again. And so to control what you can, and that's, having the opportunity to get out and continue to improve in the areas that you desire to as an athlete.
Awesome.
I would just probably, echo what Jake was saying. It's an opportunity to have this time to work on your craft, to not only just stay ready, so after this quarantine ends, when the opportunity comes, for those seniors looking to continue on playing at the next level, they've worked on it during all this time that we have to work on your craft, work on your conditioning, work on your throwing, catching, shooting, whatever it may be. We have, as athletes, time to work on ourselves, watch film, continue to work on anything and everything to stay ready for the opportunity that's at the next level.
So, thank you. One last, I shared with you guys, I had a friend come over and pick up his bench press from it was in my shop set up in our workout room. And in talking with his son, who's a sophomore now, he's missing his whole track season, a tribal member, great athlete, goes to Ferndale. I asked him what his goals were, where he desired to go run track, his ultimate goal. And he mentioned Oregon. And we talked about it a little bit. And he did mention, though, it was eye-opening for me that kids are thinking about this, that with the recent bond not passing, the Ferndale bond, this individual just in the conversation said, I'm looking into possibly transferring if that bond thing doesn't pass, because there's a chance that we won't have a track team, we won't have activities afterwards. Can you touch on that, Jake, a little bit on the reality of this? I know a little bit, and I know Setting Sun is looking to work with Ferndale to help make this possible and really share the truth behind exactly what it is and the importance of it. Can you share? I just for me, that was an eye opener, that the students, not in band and all sorts of different activities, are at risk with this. You want to share some thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's a levy that's been for us as taxpayers. We've been paying for 20 years, and it's a replacement. It's not a new tax. It won't be something that's added. It will replace the old one. They run out. We've had to vote on it. I believe it's every 4 years since it started. And so this isn't something new that they're imposing. And I think there's been a lot of challenge because the school bond is different than the levy. The levy is what we're talking about. The school bond has been approved. It's passed. Now that is a new tax because it is to build a new school. A levy it's been something that we've paid taxes on for years. They're not instituting a new tax. It's an existing tax that will just continue, and it runs in operations. I think close to $13 million of the operating budget for the school district is dependent upon the levy, and most of that is the ability to have paraeducators, so to have more teachers in the classroom than just state minimum requirements. It also funds almost all extracurricular activities, so whether that's sport or club, whether that's arts, all of those fall under the umbrella of the levy and will be impacted to some degree, some to a major degree, where they won't be around if the levy's not passed. So, I don't say that to, scare somebody into voting. If they have good reason, each one of us needs to do our homework and vote in a way that that you know is best for your family. But you know, I do think you should really consider the opportunities that it provides the youth in our community. And you know, I'm a big proponent and believer in it's, you know, our responsibility as adults choosing to live here to provide our youth with better opportunities than we had. And this is one of the ways that we can do it. And you know, it's a great opportunity to help those kids find community, find friendship, find success, find failure, to have the opportunity to grow as, you know, young men and women in our community. So yeah, it's something that you know, I would, if you haven't read much about it, I'd encourage you to check it out and to really put some real thought into how you're voting and what, you know, that it's don't think of it as just more money. You know, really consider what it's going to and what it will be funding.
Great. Thanks, Jake. Well, thank you guys, Anna, Jake, Jerome. Thank you guys for the conversation. Thank you for giving hope, sharing thoughts, sharing ideas on how we can stay fit through these times, stay hopeful, stay optimistic, and this will pass. This too shall pass. We're going to move on to the jugglers. Daniel and his partner Noodles getting a little fitness done here while sitting. There's other activities you can do while in the living room, while at home. So we're going to move on to Daniel and Noodles. Welcome, Daniel. Welcome, Noodles. And we're going to do a shift here to TJ through this process. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being here again. Haishka. Daniel, you're on.
physical beat too. Yeah. I know how to flip a pencil. This is a lot more intense than last time. I think last time he juggled 3, right? Jeez, I think I got a bouncy ball like that at home. Hey.
Thank you.
Dang, man, if I can give you a round of applause or it won't be so loud. That was phenomenal, man. This is One from the Heart. We're here at Children of the Setting Sun Productions. I just wanted to read one of these comments. One of our local followers, Carrie Jefferson, said, "Great to hear from Jake. Talk about believing in better things of our youth. That's awesome. Sounds like my grandparents." Man, it was cool over there listening. And, you know, Jake's a good bro. His dad, Scott, man, they're good people to Whatcom County, to the Lummi Nation, to our community. The bro, Jerome Toby, and Anna, forever doing the service work in our community and making sure our kids have a future. You know, I was saying that last weekend. It's always about, my grandfather always taught me, you know, it's not about you anymore, grandson. And he made that very clear, you know, it's about your kids now. It's about my great grandkids, and what can we do for them to ensure that they do have this safe and healthy future. So it's a good honor to have these people come out and share their gift. You know, it's all a gift. And I hear them speaking on the things they believe, their beliefs, and the things that keep them going, and the things that keep them whole each and every day. And we all have our own belief, but we all pray to the same creator, I believe, and we all pray in our own way. But my elders tell me that it all means the same. You know, we're all praying to go be with that our creator on the other side as we leave here, to be with our ancestors and our elders. And you truly believe that, that's where you're going, that's where you're going to go. And it's a big deal to have so many different outlets and so many different things that One from the Heart, Children of the Setting Suns Productions, brings to us. So we have a lot of, the second half is more of the artists and the rock stars. You know, that's kind of my lane. These guys are coming off a tour from American Idol and doing live performances at Stomish, Canoe Journey. It was very good to hear all the fitness center at the beginning. And I hope a lot of people, I seen all the activity and the love on the live feed. I was watching it around the corner, and almost made me want to work out. I think I'll try. No, I did. I went to the fitness center a week before it closed. I was starting to feel proud of myself, and continue to push myself to set the good example for my kids, you know, and there's nothing wrong with going to the beach and walking your dog down the dike. And you heading out, Jake? Right on. Yeah, so I'm gonna move along on the agenda, and you know, got a lot of good tools, a lot of great resources that you heard from Jerome and Anna and Jay. You know, set those short-term goals. You know, what are you gonna do for today? What are you gonna do right now? You know, don't worry about tomorrow, because like you heard him say, we don't have no power or what goes on tomorrow. You know, I hear that a lot as well. Live for today, you know, live in the moment. I was told that by a good man, my buddy. You know, be present in the moment. And I'm meaning that for the kids. You know, you got kids, be present in the moment with your kid. You know, it's easy to say, yeah, ride with your friend, or yeah, I'll be at practice later. But, you know, that's a huge thing I got out of the beginning, is setting goals and being present. So I want to move along on the agenda. It was a great beginning with our leader, Jay Julius Watotlam. He came on and shared with Jerome Toby and Jake Locker and Anna Lee, the fitness center. It's great, man. Like, I have some good ideas that I could do with my son, get him off of his video game, get him out there getting some shots up. But I want to turn it over to Mark, I believe. Are we going to, you ready to roll, Mark?
Yeah, I think we're ready.
He looks like he's ready to rock out. You guys better move those blinds. I don't want you to run into him when you guys are moving and gonna swing that guitar around. Hey, you know, this
Yeah,
is
I
a
don't want to
great
do any
brother.
Pete Townsend stuff here.
And I just want to turn it over. He can introduce himself. He's a good brother, family. That's all I could say. He can introduce himself. He's a good brother and family to children of the Setting Sun Productions. This is One from the Heart. Mark Nichols.
Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, it's just a real honor to be here in this closet doing some music for you. This literally is kind of a walk-in closet here, and I got some housemates, my partner Julie, and somebody who lives with us here, Logan Brichta, right? And Logan's playing mandolin, Julie's gonna sing, and we're gonna do our best with a song that is all about the spring. It's called Springtime Hour, and it actually, I'm gonna turn down my sound here. It comes from the year 1599, and I think that's what I always like about the lyrics of this song are that they feel like they were just written pretty recently. And I think that it's fun to think about a 400-year-old song being so real and so now. So I've written some music for it, and I think we're ready to go then. Oh yeah, I should probably tell you the original lyricist on this is William Shakespeare, and it comes from the play As You Like It, and then I've kind of messed with it quite a bit, and I think that's about all I got to tell you about that one. I do have a funny story though, because I thought it was very funny to be on the same thing as Jake Locker, because there's a funny Jake Locker story.
Let's hear it.
One time I filmed Tom Robbins, the novelist from Washington, the very famous guy who wrote Still Life of the Woodpecker and even Cowgirls Get the Blues. And so I got to his house, and he said, yeah, it's nice to meet the second most famous person from Ferndale. And he was referring to Jake, I think. And I think ironically though, the most famous person is probably J. Julius. Anyway, here you go. 'Twas a lover and his lass o'er the green cornfields did pass, between acres of the rye, pretty country folk would lie. Love is crowned within its prime, therefore take the present time. Who should fear in fields of green? Hungry lips, you are not me. Grazing lovers hypnotized, living reason, living rhyme. Who should know I'm there to try? Shoot your arrow at the sky. Hey, Nani, no, I'm missing out for the hour. Our life is but a flower, when the bells do ring, nonny, hey, ding-a-ling in the springtime. Come on, hey, nonny, no, and we sing out for the hour. Our life is but a flower. When the bells do ring, nonny, hey, ding-a-ling in the springtime. The time to seed is current now. Rows and rows of furrowed plow, planting late into the night. Come you tired, come you bright. Who should know where love is born? Give a hay and blow your horn. La, la, la. Hey, nonny, no, and we sing out for the hour. Our life is but a flower. When the bells do ring, nonny, hey, ding-a-ling in the springtime. Everybody sing it! Hey, nonny, no, and they sing out for the hour. Our life is but a flower. When the bells do ring, nonny, hey, ding-a-ling in the springtime hour.
Hey, let's give it
There
up
you
for
go.
Mark. As you guys can tell, they're in back of a tour bus. Where are you guys at? About New York right now, heading back this way?
Yeah.
I thought he was going to throw the guitar or the banjo, but we'll save that for the next video.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, man. It's always good to see you, and it's weird seeing you on the other side. You know, I want to hold my hands up to Mark, and like I always say, you give credit where credit's due. And there's a lot of people behind the scenes, behind the camera, that makes live like this happen. And for the work that you do for my people in the Lummi Nation and Children of the Setting Sun Productions and helping me cut my grass last week. No, I'm just teasing. We can go on. Hey. No, but it's been a great afternoon of people that we had on here. You know, before we started with Mark, we had this juggler, Jay the Juggler. He came on, I could say last week when I was here. He picked up 3 balls and showed us how to juggle. It was pretty cool. I went home and tried it myself. Today he did something that was just out of this world. He had a light show. He had a big marble, and I didn't know if that thing was going to fall, if it was on strings, or thought he was going to have some pyro, you know, in the background. I told him I could have helped out with that for the next show because it's only getting better with Jay the Juggler. This afternoon's filled with we're going to have my brother come back, Lawrence Bailey, Swallowhud, Spirit of the River. My bro, he's been a good support system for me through this virus. You know, we check on each other on a daily. We talk for over hours at a time and just shoot the breeze, man. He's been doing very good about keeping his family on, keeping them home and keeping them safe. You know, it's very, very important in a home like that. You know, you always have a leader. There's Big Mama too. Crystal's always in the back too, making sure her kids are always healthy, safe, and she's the backbone to the family. Like you hear that in Indian country all the time. You know, behind any strong man, there's a stronger woman. So I had to give some shout outs to my sister Crystal as well. She's probably recording, right? This time I want to turn it over to my brother Swallowhud up Nooksack. He's up river. He said his paddles broke, so he couldn't make it down river. So we're going to turn it over to him and let him share some of that good healing, that love. Osium.
Thank you once again, TJ. Hate to luck. We're going to share this song. It's a uplifting song, kind of an upbeat. Hopefully it gets your toe tapping. Maybe you're going to get up and dance a little bit to exercise. So we're going to share this song. My brother Augie made a sleep with him. Oh, oh, us to come share a little bit of songs with you. Hopefully we uplift some hearts tonight. And thank you once again, Hey to Luck, for asking us to come in, and Daryl and your whole crew for doing what you're doing for the people.
You could share another one, bro. I also wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the stuff you and your family's been doing while you guys been on this quarantine, and you sent me some pictures and stuff for your how to teach your boys and keep them moving and passing on the teachings that were taught to you. And there was something beautiful that my nephew Sammy got. It was made my heart filled with happiness just to see how happy he was to passing on your gift with your boys, in this time while we're sitting in these homes and sitting around the dinner table, or, sitting with our phones in our hands. You took a good opportunity to, show your kids how to use their hands and stay busy, which you always have, but while you've been sitting here this last week, I just wanted to, bring that up of the stuff you've been working on. Maybe if you want to share a little bit of what you guys been doing sitting at home. Marty and Cody, you guys can do flips in the background if you want while he's talking. Hey, we already seen jugglers. This is the Nook Sack roll. Hey.
There's a lot of things that we've been sitting at home. We're sitting here wondering what we can do, or I'm sitting here wondering what we can do, to stay busy. And a lot of times we say we don't have enough time to do things. We're always too busy doing sports, school, working, just being with family, traveling. This is perfect time to, we were looking forward to canoe journeys to paddle to Nanaimo, and things happened otherwise, and so we're stuck at home. And so we started thinking what we could do and things that we would be doing to get ready for that. And that was making the regalia for my son. Right now we're self-teaching ourselves to make moccasins. My kids, I try to teach them as much as I can, to share. And if we share our gifts, then if we pass them on, and then they'll keep coming to us. So if I share and share, I'll share with anybody that wants to learn. It's just a matter of sitting there and learning. That's a big part of it. That's where we lack so much. And times like this is where we get to do that and sit, because we're not allowed to be out running around doing whatever else and being on our phone. Get bored sitting on our phone because our Wi-Fi don't work very good. Fortnite lagging. But it's a perfect opportunity for myself and my children, my wife. We're all sitting there figuring out how we can do things better, how we can make our creations look better, more flashy. So that's what we're always doing here. My two younger boys are always outside. Desmond, he'll get up, and Keyshawn, they'll go run, they'll walk, come out, shoot basket. They're just trying to stay busy. And normally this time of year we'd be going to the lake every night. That's not happening because of what's going on, this coronavirus. So, but we're staying busy, keeping our hands busy, keeping our minds busy. Because when we sit at home, there's so many things that we think about. Sometimes we might be getting scared because of this virus. But if we sit down and stay busy, our minds won't be thinking about it as much. And, just stay safe and be smart like our ancestors. Stay away from it. And best way to do that is sitting at home. My mama says, being home, being Indian, taking care of, our family, whether it be hunting, gathering, working on, regalia. That's our way of life. And if we do that, we'll be okay. So that's it. I'm trying to teach my children, my nephew. Hopefully we can share good feelings with these drums and our voices, the songs that we sing. Thankful to my brother Shaliquium. He's a song catcher. The songs that we share, a lot of them we share are his. That he caught floating in the wind, floating in wherever. So we share those and hope we can uplift people like that in a good way. Bring those good feelings, those prayers. And just thanking you once again. Hey to Luck for asking us to come and share a little bit. Sing one more song. This one's a ladies song. Just thanking you once again, Daryl and crew, for what you're doing to get this out to the people.
Right on, brother.
Oh, 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 Out to all the ladies. You know, we're always taught that we respect and cherish our women, so that song goes out for the women. Once again, thank you, TJ.
Hey, Sam. Thanks again, Swallowhead, the brothers Marty, Cody, and Bucky. And I don't know if Sammy's recording or he's shooting buckets. I want to thank my brothers for always coming forward. You know, it's very eye-opening and humbling to know that you have brothers on the call of a dime that, you know, come forward to share and bring the good medicine. You know, we had a lot of good speakers on tonight. Jake Locker, Jerome Toby, Anna Lee Finkbonner. Jay Julius hosted the first half. We did a lot of fitness talk. They talked about setting short-term goals and finding a support system, people that are you can contact over the phone, over the internet, maybe through this Zoom app. Do little workouts, you know, yoga. She was saying there's 90 something different workouts that you could do inside your home that you could do and find different things to do within your home. That's a lot. You know, I go like this a lot. Hey, that one works. The thumb works really good. Hey. No, but I just want to turn the floor back over to Mark. They had to tune their instruments. I guess they broke the mic. The other guy dropped the mic and walked off, I guess. Hey. No, I wanted to turn it back over to Mark and him. I just kind of wanted to go back and forth, let my brother share his songs, and turn it back over to Brother Mark, and he's going to share another song, I believe, right?
Yeah, we can do it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, 1, 2, or the album, or what? Hey.
Here's another oldie from a humanitarian poet, original hippie named Bertolt Brecht. And what were you going to say about it? Oh, and it's a song. It's a song that talks about how we can we can have love and respect for everybody, really, and how not to be afraid of the things that, like, well, you'll get it. It's poetry, so I probably shouldn't talk about it that much, but let's just sing it.
He who walks in shoes of gold tramples on the young and old, and he who frowns all day long can form the words of a sacred song. And being greedy, low and bad, his heart uneven, an evil lad. So let starvation be his fear, not the starving who are hungry dear. And let him fear the dark of night, but never fear the daylight. Never fear daylight.
Hey. Right on, Mark. Is that the good one? Is that
Sing with us.
right on? I know I seen that flying across the tour bus. Hey. Looked like you guys hit a speed bump. No, I just wanted to thank everybody that's here with us this evening. This is One from the Heart, brought to you by Children of the Setting Sun Productions. Barb Roras said thank you. Lawrence Bailey for the good medicine. And Tawny says, Troy Boy says, what's up? I need to come by and get a donut for my nephew Troy Boy. If you don't know that kid, he might say, what's up? What's up? But if you told him you had a donut, you're the favorite uncle. So I think I'm going to have to go over and see if he has a donut or bring him a donut. Troy Boy is on the live. I want to thank my dad, Kerry Jefferson, for always tuning in and sharing the good comments. You know, I read through these comments as we're going through the live. And last week I told a bunch of the kids and the youth and the people, you know, go find your gift. You know, we all have a gift, and you know, you need to go find that. And once you get your gift, you know, you bring it back and you use it and you share it with your people. And he put a comment on there and he goes, well, it's a gift because it's given to you. You know, like boom, light bulb goes off, because that needs to go on the end of it, you know, because not anybody, or not your elders or your teachers, is going to come and hand you that gift. You know, you need to show them. You need to show up and be there, you know, be ready to listen and keep your mouth shut and your eyes open. That's what our elders would say. And that's how you'd get that gift, you know, to show them and prove to them that I'm willing to learn, I'm willing to be here, and willing to do what it takes to, you know, find that gift. And you may never know what it is for a lifetime, but that was huge for me. I was riding home thinking of that, you know, it's a gift because it's given to you. You know, so many of us have gifts, and some way along the way, our elders gave that to us. And we had a lot of great speakers that shared the same thing, the same message. You know, Jake Locker was on here earlier and talking about the good book and reading it and believing in it. You know, you hear me say that we all have our own beliefs in our own way, but we all pray to the same creator, and we all get up and tie our shoes the same, and we all sit here and walk this earth the same way. You know, my elders tell me that nobody's greater than the next, and we're all here in unity and love, and pray for a healthy earth, you know, for us to live on. That's the way I see it and look at it. They're always teaching us to take care of the earth. And with it being a holiday, Easter, you know, I hear the Easter bunny also canceled out, but we're going to do what we can to get our eggs in the house if I don't have an egg salad sandwich first. But I hope everybody's having a good weekend and staying in and enjoying themselves, and really using your tools and your stuff. Myself, I picked up my little flute I had back home, and I got it on Canoe Journey, and the last 48 hours, man, I thought I was a master flute player until my kids were telling me, go outside and play that, you know. But I went outside and played it, and I was kind of feeling my flute for a while. And just find things to do like that, you know. Barbecue are the healthy things. You hear my bro sends his boys on a run and sends them back, and, you know, maybe has them clean or sand paddles or sew their paddles on their jacket. And, you know, it's a life lesson that we're dealing with right now, and we hope everybody is at home safe and in good heart and in a good spirit. You know, I hope we can continue to do these shows and share this good love, good heart, good feelings with the people through the social media. And it's been a real eye-opener and a lesson to me to learn from this. And I hear next Friday that we are going to have, we're going to try to shoot to have a Slahal show on here, One from the Heart, Children of the Setting Sun Productions. I did talk to my brother Swallowhood and my bro Johnny Bob, and see if we can get some people on here shooting some bones and jamming some songs for you guys. And maybe anybody that doesn't know about it, I'll be here to talk you through it. So I think that is it for tonight. We are One from the Heart, brought to you by Children of the Setting Sun Productions. I am going to just sing a little song here with you guys. My brother shared earlier, and he shared a woman's song. And myself, my family, my brother shared with me, and it's one of my mom's favorites, so I wanted to share with her. It's a West Shore Princess song, and you heard me saying about that, I shared it with my uncle, and it really signifies a lot to my mother. My mother was going through some stuff, and I really chose to sing this song. People use it in our longhouses as a table song, and they use it. It was meant, you know, my dad, Samasut, you know, his little daughter, you know, it was made for her. You know, we all have trials and tribulations, and that song really helped her go through life, you know, heal. And so I wanted to share this song along with my brother as we're closing out. So I hope you can all join us. Keep in touch. If you could give us a like, a share on Children of the Setting Sun Productions, you know, we just want to share the good message, the love. So keep following up to date with us. We'll have some other shows. I see Michael Vandiola, Jay, and we have a lot of great hosts, man. It's an all-star team with all the brothers behind the scene too, John, Mark, and Ellie and them. They're just, man, like, you know, there's nothing that feels better when it's meant to be, you know, when stuff comes together, and it just feels so good when you're a part of something so powerful. It's a movement in my eyes, you know. It's a thing that we're able to translate and connect with our younger generation, with our kids, and we could bring them that love and that unity and these teachings on the way. So I really thank everybody that tunes in and shows the love, you know, that doesn't go unnoticed. I want to thank once again, before I go into the song, our Lummi Nation leader with Tottenham, Jay Julius, was on here earlier with Jake Locker, Jerome Toby, and Anna Lee. They did a lot of fitness. You'll be able to look this video back up and watch all that if you wanted to on this page. And I want to thank my brother Swallowhood. He was very generous to come on to share his love with the people tonight, share some of his gifts and his teachings. And the second half, we also had Mark. Sorry, I almost read the agenda wrong. Cynthia was supposed to, but I want to thank the brother Mark for coming on. And, you know, you heard me say he's usually at a keyboard, but today he's rocking out. So I want to thank him for coming out and sharing his gift, his love with the people. So at this time, I'm going to use my old Native American drum here because I don't want to leave the screen, and go right into the jam, okay? Once again, this is One from the Heart, brought to you by Children of the Setting Sun Productions. We hope one and all has a good night. We love you, one and all.
Oh.